Hi YouTubes. Um, hi. Welcome to my very first video. My name is Chris, and this is Adorkably Sustainable. So, like I said, this is my first video, and so I'm guessing if you're like most YouTube watchers, right now you're wondering, who are you and what am I watching, please? Well, I am a 21-year-old psych major, a fourth year at a small liberal arts college, and completely unable to edit videos at the moment because I'm real brand new at this. So I'm sorry, I'm gonna trip over my words sometimes, and it's gonna have to be okay until I can learn how video editing software works. Yeah. Um, so I'm not sure what I'm doing with my life yet, but I'm gonna have to graduate real soon, and I'm supposed to be applying to grad schools right now. So I have no idea what's gonna happen with that. Other than that, I'm a huge nerd who occasionally geeks. Let's see, I'm into Tolkien, Doctor Who, sword fighting in general, dancing, most kinds, especially medieval, Renaissance, and swing. Um, Medieval stuff in general, medieval and Renaissance stuff in general. I find poetry can sometimes be cute. Sometimes. Steven Universe! Sherlock. And recently, true crime. Oh, I also love tabletops, RPGs, D&D, that sort of thing, but I have never gotten the chance to LARP, and I'm dying to try it. I live in a very small town. There are no LARPs here. It's kind of breaking my heart. But there is a group on campus who says that they're going to try to start a group, and I'm so excited. I may have characters just waiting around to become LARP characters. Yeah, I'm that nerd. So, adorkable? I like to think so. Sustainable? We're working on it. So, I'm not very good at the sustainable thing yet. Remember, I'm on a budget because I'm a college student, and I have a lot of American consumer culture wrapped up in my day-to-day life. I don't like how much of me it is, but it is. And so as I'm learning about sustainability and how important it is and ways to move my life from super wasteful to less wasteful, I come up with a lot of problems. What is this minimalism thing, and how do I incorporate it with my complete and utter love of decorating things? How do I avoid plastic when I'm a college student? How do I get my chocolate fix if I can't afford chocolate that's ethical? How ethical is ethical enough? Is there such a thing as ethical enough? Am I unethical for thinking that? I get all kinds of things, and unfortunately, I have this dichotomy that I haven't yet learned to resolve. I want to be ethical. I love the ideas of zero waste and of minimalism, less so than zero waste, but I understand that it's an important concept, and I'm willing to move my life in that direction in hopes of getting better at it. My move toward natural living and zero waste and all that totally started because of Tolkien. I kind of have wanted to be an elf for a really long time. And when I started acting like your typical counseling major, when I was a little bit younger, and somebody who was interested in helping people and wanting people to feel better and to listen to her friends and things, my house kind of turned into Rivendell. like, I would have people over who weren't doing so well and, like, try to be the houses of healing. Several times in my childhood, I would hang out with my friends and, like, talk about elves. I learned a recipe for lembas. And one time in 7th grade, I told a guy to get a life in Quenya. Priaquile, by the way, in case you're wondering, that's how you say it. Priaquile means get a life in Quenya. So, of course, as I'm seeking to be more elven, well, what are elves into? Sustaining the planet? Like, now that we don't have magic to do it, somebody's got to take care of the world so it doesn't all just die. Gardening and I aren't great together. I would probably be more of a Frodo than a Sam. I would definitely hire a gardener before I would be one. But I still think it's important to do my duty by the planet and to protect it where I can and to do good to my world, especially in the face of a lot of harm being done by other people. Yeah. So that's kind of how I think about my universe. And for that reason, I started cutting out chemicals and I started cutting out processed things, as well as looking for health options for me. I have some health issues that interfere with my life, which, if you guys are nice, I might tell you about sometime. Actually, I'll probably tell you guys about it sometime. I tell people about it a lot, and I'm kind of worried about how much I talk about it, but I think it's important to be honest and to get it out there. I don't know. So, y'all will probably know about it. I have anxiety, I have depression. It's a problem, but I have to live with it anyway. So, all of this is interacting in my life, and I'm trying to figure out, how do I, support myself with a minimum wage part-time job and way too much school debt and wanting to make ethical decisions that don't involve, single-use plastic and all that stuff, and leave a lesser carbon footprint, and having no idea how to do that. So I'm learning, and I figured, why not take other people with me? Maybe other people are having these questions too. I'm inspired by the strong people on YouTube, especially Momo O'Brien. She's awesome. I so admire her and her pursuit of making the world around her more awesome and more joyful, and I love her spirit, and I love people like Anna Akana who have really hard time memories and really hard struggles that they've overcome and come out on top as a better person. I think that's awesome, and I strive to attain that sometime. Right now I'm still on the downside of my struggling times, but I've still got the nerd, and I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I'm really happy to have you. If you're still watching, feel free to stick around and join me on all my adventures. Alright, thanks for being here, YouTubes. Alright, bye.